today I've been loading up some wood, gonna haul it. I had cut up a couple of locust trees yesterday. Some of these pine trees were laying here from where we had a big storm that came through and took a couple limbs out of these pine trees, but I found a couple locust trees that had been dying and decided to cut them down, and I split it up yesterday. I've got one pile taken care of in this trailer right here, and then there's another pile over there. But yeah, this is not going to be used for this winter, but I'm just stockpiling for next winter, which I usually try to get my wood while I'm burning last year's wood. This winter will be cutting wood for next winter, so this summer when I'm busy working and hay and everything else, that I won't have to really worry about getting too much wood in for next winter. I'll already have it, but I just cut those trees. I've got a Stihl MS362C. It's got a 20-inch bar on it. I could go bigger, but I traded in my smaller saw a year or two ago and got this bigger one. I was about to burn up the smaller one because I decided I was going to cut some logs and take them to the sawmill, and I was just overworking the chainsaw for what I was doing, kindly logging, and what I didn't take to the sawmill, cutting up for firewood, so I was really overworking the smaller chainsaw, so I decided to go with a Pro Series saw instead. But I haven't had any complaints about this saw so far. It's done very well. If you can keep the chain sharp in cutting this locust, it's about the only problem. Especially if you don't. I had to cut a big section out of that tree, not that one but the other one, because it had about 4 foot of fence that had been attached to it for probably 40 years, and I just had to throw that whole log over the bank because it had fence grown into the tree, and didn't really have the time to go ahead and try and just cut all that out. I hit one piece with my chainsaw and decided just to cut that piece off and let it go. But yeah, just wanted to give you a little look at what I've been using to cut with. I would like to get me another saw about this size, or maybe a little bigger, with maybe a 25-inch bar on it, so when I do have trees like the size of that one, I can cut with the bigger saw and use this one for cutting up my pieces, and have me a saw for just cutting down trees. Because it has happened that I've cut a tree down and went to start cutting it up, and the tree, when I got through it and it shifted, pinched my blade right in the middle of it, and I couldn't get it out. So I had to wait until I could get me an axe and chop it out, or wait until if it was somewhere I could get to with the tractor, I would lift up on it and let it come out then. But with my experience in cutting the wood, it just seems like that you know, if you've got the spare money, picking up which normally I don't, but picking up a spare saw could be worth it in the long run. And especially if you burn wood all winter like I do and live on a farm both, you're going to be putting it to use, so it's not like it's going to go to waste. Plus, I don't know how it is in your state, but here I can, since I'm going to be using it on the farm, I can count it take taxes off of it and put it on my taxes at the end of the year, which I guess is another benefit to farming. But yeah, I guess we'll go on and unload this. Just wanted to give you all an idea of what I've been doing here, and then we'll see what happens after that. So I got all that wood unloaded, and that one load that was on this trailer filled up where you can see where the dark changes to light color right there. I took this dog kennel and don't have my dog in here anymore, so I just made it my place so I can store my wood. But this right here is my new pile inside the dog kennel for next winter. Now I've still got some right here that I'm going to use this year if needed. If not, I guess I can save it for next year. And I've got some more walnut in another area, but trying to get a big start on next winter. So if I don't have time this past year, I ended up having to buy a couple loads because I didn't have the time. But here's some wood that I had bought. I'll go inside the old building here. Don't know if I'll have to use it this year or not, because I've got quite a bit left. This video may be a little boring, but some people might be curious as how the others prepare their wood for the winter time and all that, you know. I'd say I'll have to use that other. I've got a little bit here in the bottom floor right here. I don't know if I'll be able to use it or not, because I had a problem with termites at my house last year and got that took care of. And I found in this bottom layer, there's a leak in the roof, and they started eating away at this bottom layer of wood. So I'll probably end up having to throw it out, because I don't want to take it to my house and get the termites started. But right here is it's a mess back here, but here's some of the walnut that I've got left for this year. But like I said, I usually try to get mine a year ahead of time if I can. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Here's some old locust tree I cut a while back when we had a windstorm come through and it was dead. But yeah, that's about it as far as the wood goes. If you got any questions or anything, leave them in the comments below. Just wanted to take a minute and show exactly, you know, what I do from year to year. Can't really hear enough of that dog barking, but yeah, there's some wood I've had left over. The last couple of years I've been fortunate enough to have some left over from the previous year, so I get a head start, I guess. I probably spend more time cutting wood than I need to, but the weather's been so unpredictable the last few years. It just don't want to. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Here's some cherry that I'd cut down. It as you can see, it's already gray on the outside. It was the upper half of the tree pretty much was already dead, and the wind had blown it down. So I cut it up and split it. It's been sitting here for, I don't know, a good 2 months, I'd say, which it was practically dry when I cut it. I actually burnt some of the wood the day that I split it just to see if it was dry, and but now it should be really dry. But I'm saving this better burning wood for if we get some bad weather, real cold weather. We've had it pretty easy this winter, but I try to burn my lower quality wood while it's warm, like it is today, and save my good wood for colder days when I need it to last longer. Which my stove, I really want to get one of the outdoor wood boilers, just because of the way my schedule is. In the first part of the winter, I don't have time to be at home and feed the stove like I need to. And the wood furnace I've got right now, it's an indoor wood furnace, but I moved it outside and built a shelter around it, and it does all right. But I ain't got my air ducts and cold air return and all that stuff hooked up the way I actually need it to. So I've been thinking about, if I can, get an outdoor wood boiler in the next year or two, and so I can load it up and go to work and not have to worry about coming home to a cold house. But if, like I said, if you all have any questions or anything, or want to know about my chainsaw or any equipment, you know, wood splitter, anything like that, just leave it in the comment below. This may not apply to a whole lot of people, but I know that some of the videos has helped me when I've been curious about what products to buy and what works the best and what people think. I usually try to get a general idea of what other people use before I settle on a specific brand or you know, specific size or things like that. Just kind of helpful to know, see what other people think about it and what kind of experiences they've had with it. So if you want to know anything like that, just comment and I'll try to get back to you. And if you have any videos you'd like to see about something, or like this, if you're thinking about getting a saw like this and you want to see how it cuts, just let me know and I'll try to do my best to get a video out. But this one run quite a bit longer than I'd planned on, but oh well, that's what happens, I guess. But thanks for watching.